Buenas Dias. Hope everybody's doing well. We had a fantastic trip yesterday. It blows my mind what we can do through travels. It's amazing. That's why I don't want you guys missing my videos, because you don't know what I've been doing one thing to the next. There's a lot of things that are going on right now, and the traveling is number one when we come into intelligence. But before we get started, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel to keep informed with you guys what's going on with space and time. I didn't center my positions and put everything through calculation. I'm saying I'm now communicating with the Pleiadians, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, and Arians, Archangel Michael, Jophiel, Gabrielle, Rogue. What I do is I formulate through connection, and it goes through my system, through practice system. So when you're connected to your facilitators and your connection system, it allocates those position levels to your travel lanes. So it's important to understand these things. I mean, you can put it on YouTube if you want to do that. It's very fantastic to see these things, because people want to see, oh, you're communicating with Michael, oh, you're communicating with Gabrielle. How do they know that? How do they know you're communicating? How can you prove that to them, right? So there's a lot of things that we have to understand. It's all about control. It's all about obedience. Okay, it's about compliance. So you got to think of it this way. Do you want to see yourself as a dog, okay, and let everybody else take charge of you? Roll over, play dead. You know what I mean? You don't want to be a dog. Okay, that's insufficient. So the whole point of this is to understand you have the control to take over, okay, your obedience and your compliance, or anything through this deceitfulness or deception that you're going through right now. Number one, stop watching TV. Number two, limit yourself on social media. Number three, concentrate on yourself. Number four, focus on yourself. Number five, focus on yourself. Focus, 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 focus. I keep saying that to everybody. Everybody keeps coming to me now. What can I do to this? What can I do to that? First thing you have to look at is you have to focus on yourself. You focus on yourself, it cuts everything out. It's the most important thing, because now you're controlling everything inside you. And that's the whole purpose of this. Okay, you don't have anybody controlling you. Governments, corporations, media, or anything. That's the whole plan. They have their plandemic. Let them do what they need to do. It's all going to fall apart anyway. Okay, so you have to put yourself in perspective. Okay, and this all has to do with the obedience of yourself. Try to find that control within yourself. Okay, so when you're in a situation and you can't get out of it, what do you use? You use your brain. How to use your brain? Well, your pattern has this recognition. So this is more of an education video, but if you want to go through my healing, I'll show you. It's very powerful. You wake up. Your thought recognitions wake up. Your pattern divisions wake up. Your eye receptor wakes up. Everything, your brainwave and everything through your connections wakes up. You wake up in all ways and forms of light, and then you try to get your balance with the dark, which is its resonance to its matrix. Everybody goes through the fruition of light. Everybody goes through the fruition of dark, to its abyss. We've been through that before. I've done videos on that, right? If you want to go through my email, I can go through consultations, and you can just send me anything you want. The more privacy act you get with me, the more healing you get. Okay, so I want to be healed. Okay, like I said, well, you have to be more specific. What is your problem? Why are you having this? Why aren't you listening to this? Why aren't you listening to that? Listen to your inner self. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your heart. What does your heart say? Okay, if you're basically going through something, through a situation, and you don't know what to do, okay, you're going to hesitation. Same thing with space. Well, basically, you got to use your pattern recognition. You have to use your voicing grids. You have to think of other ways to get out of the situation. You can go back in your common center. Okay, you can go back to your energy cycle. You can go in your energy system. Everything is done within. If you're trying to get the answers, okay, you can go within. And that's what humans have to get into, these species of humans. Okay, as you go through the compliance, as you go through the obedience, as you go through your own control, you control yourself. Don't let them control you. Okay, because everything will fall apart within you inside. And then the first thing we react to is somebody is stronger than you. You see them stronger, it's because their energy is trying to drain you. Okay, it could be anything. It could be governments, corporations, it could be your boss, whatever. Stand up. Okay, unite yourself. Put yourself in positions. Okay, so you want to control the outcome. Okay, it's the same thing with the fight. You want to control the outcome. Okay, you don't want to see yourself 5 years from now and say, okay, all right, yeah, I'm doing what you're saying I'm going to do. Okay, I'm not going to listen to myself anymore. I'm just going to let you, you know, you can do whatever you want. So that's obedience. So somebody's taking you over, right? Okay, it's like when you're training your dog, right? You can't train a cat. Cats are more resilient, more independent. That's why I prefer cats. But I love animals. But dogs are more, their obedience. They have to be outside 3 or 4 times a day. You know, there's a lot of activity there with the dogs. But they all reside in the same thing. But, you know, when a man or woman teaches a dog or an animal, okay, they have to go into conformity. They have to go into control. They have to go into obedience. Same thing with a cat. First time you bring a kitten, you take it to its litter box. It knows where it is. Okay, this is where you go. Okay, and then you go, basically, this is where you go to do what you need to do. So basically, you're telling your animal to do something, okay, through its obedience, and you're doing it through compliance, and you're doing it through control. So it's knowing that human essence has to get control within the system. This is more of an education setup. It's a system where you have to put yourself in a division of protection, protecting yourself, your sovereignty of yourself, the Charter of Rights, my human rights. You don't have the rights to do this. You don't have the rights to do this. You know what I mean? So it's all about how powerful you are. And you can control the outcome if you know what you're doing. Okay? So don't watch TV. It's all lies, especially when it's the news. Okay? Governments are controlling the corporations. Corporations are controlling the media. Media is controlling everything around the human circle. The human as a circle, the Earth's surface, the Earth's gravity system, the Earth vibrational system. Okay? So try to put yourself in positions. If you know, you don't shut everything off. Yes, you have to go through social media. Yes, you have to talk to your friends and all that. But what is important to you is to control the outcome of every situation you're in. Okay, no matter what it is. Okay, for example, big humongous dog was coming at me. 2 big humongous dogs. I don't know them. Okay, but I'm not afraid of them. And they approach me. Okay, usually they're supposed to be on leash. But with Mexico and dogs, it's different. It's different from Canada. It's so different, Mexico. So they go on array. They go wherever they want, right? They're social. They go here, they scatter here, they scatter there. So basically, when they come up to you, they sense you right away with your fear. Now remember, dogs can be anything through a human. It's human. It's not a human essence, but it's human vibration. But it's an animal vibration. So it's sending off your fear. Okay. So when you're in a situation, you're putting fear among yourself, and that alone is defeating the purpose of what the whole problem is. So if you're up against a situation with the person, don't let them fuel you. Don't let, you know what I mean? You want to control your situation. You want to control the fear of what's inside you. Okay, center yourself. Go back into, you know, wherever you have to go. Really synergize the situation, synergize the problem, put it in compliance, put it in obedience, okay? Take it out of deception. So it's all about understanding everything that's going on is the controlling of manipulation. So you don't want to have anything through its manipulation of your mind or your brain, because it's going to go in coherence, and the necessitine is all going to get confused and confusing line signals. So when I'm traveling into space every single day and I communicate with intelligence, I don't fear anything. I don't fear nothing. Okay? So, and that's where you get respect. They respect you more if you talk. Okay? Now, the thing is, too, and then why are you wearing masks? I don't know what I'm trying to say. So they're not going to let you to talk, right? The next thing they're going to do is they're going to blindfold us so we can't see what they're doing, right? See no evil, hear no evil, guys, right? So, and that's the position they're putting us in, okay? And it's all spiritual warfare. But this is all done through their compliance, their control, their obedience, okay? Their deception, their manipulation, their corruption, okay? So take all that as a fuel, okay? But regenerate yourself. Get into your meditation. Get into your breathing. Breathing is extremely important now, okay? When you get into breathing, it just changes your whole particle system and you feel amazing. So you put energy fields around you, especially if you guys are at 80 levels. I mean, 80 levels of rotations. You should know how to put your E fields up. You shouldn't be afraid. Being afraid is the fear of everything in its cycle. So that's taken over humanity's system through a system. So trying to understand everything through its obedience and what's going on, through its compliance, okay, and everything through its control, everything through its power of its control, and everything is done. What is the source of this? What is the whole situation of this? It's all about money. That's all it is. The economy is just nothing but a reset, okay? And they don't want humanity in the way. So that's why they mask you. That's why they put you 6 feet apart, so they can keep an eye on you, okay, from line division to location to its separation, all right? So, and they're really trying their best, trying to get at these vaccine rollouts, okay? I watched a very powerful video yesterday. Starseed put it up on social media. It was really nice, about this woman. She's a mother, and basically she's having problems right now where her kid has to have insulin. You know, all of a sudden there's adaptation cycle where it comes into the pharmaceutical techs where they're charging, you know, for medical supplies and stuff like that. You know, if you don't have a stamp, you have to pay $500 for insulin. Come on, that's crazy, guys, for 1 box a month. See, do you see what's going on? You guys got to open your eyes, and it's just not that. It's everything that's going on. Everything is surfacing. Everything's coming to the light, right? So let it be. Let things come to the light. Let it take its course. That's what nature is. That's what universe is. It's very complex. It's very confusing, but it's supposed to be that way, okay? The only thing you should be controlling on it is your own obedience, your own control, your own compliance, your own manipulation, your own corruption. You create that by watching TV. You create that by watching social media. You create that by all deception levels. You create that by all controlling levels. You create that by then controlling you through power. Okay? If they don't have any power, they have no control. They have no manipulation, they have no obedience, and they have no compliance. You understand? Okay? So you can't be afraid. That's the biggest thing. And that's how they win. When they see you, right? Now, there's certain things that you can do and there's certain things you can't do, but you have a brain, you have a mind, know how to use it through its thought patterns. You can recognize a lot of things through its force. And believe me, your energy is so high, rise through connections, depending on with your vibration, you can change the outcome with its energy. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can come into. Now, it's all about getting into a fight and how to get out of a fight. Okay, I would say, okay, I want to get out of this. Basically, more you know, the more you see, right? So when you're seeing these things, you're going through the mind. The mind is the essence of basically getting out of situations, right? But the mind has to live with the brain. The brain has to live with the mind, but you have to have the control. And to have the control is to have the obedience of control within yourself. How to control the outcome, how to control the inner system of you, how to control everything around you, okay? Because you get into situations. It doesn't have to be, you know, conflicts. It'd be conflicts with something that's not right, doesn't feel right. Oh, my phone's not working. Okay, well, this is very simple. Reset it. Find other ways. There's got to be a way for your phone. If it's not working, why is it not working? Oh, I didn't charge it. So this is where the brain comes in. This is where the mind is adapting. It's okay, well, the mind is the creative center. The brain is the optical level, okay, of its function. The mind is a function, the brain is a function. So truly understand everything through its control of its obedience, its compliance, and everything through its deception of its corruption to its control, okay? So then you realize, oh, I know what I did, right? I left my phone on and it had too many defaults on, and now it's overloading my system, or I left it in the sun. A lot of people have their phones, but they place it in the sun. That's the worst thing that you can do, right? Using radiation on a magnetic, right? On a phone, you can't do that. You know it's not going to work, right? So it's kind of like also too, you're running your car too much. You're running too much gas, right? Basically, you're draining out your battery. So it's all about what you're doing and how to do this to get out of it. So, and the thing is, we go through these situations every single day. But number one, turn off your TV. Okay, I don't watch news. I haven't watched news in 5 years. I don't watch news. I don't compliance to news. Okay, has no significance with me at all. Okay, I laugh. It's 99.9% BS. That 1% may be true, but everything is given to you through its manipulation, through its control, through its abundance. Okay, it's abunding you. It's taking over you and your light and your control and your fruition. Okay, it's taking you away and it's putting you back into their position. It's like they grab you. I got you. Now you're mine. Now you're going to do everything I say, right? That's obedience, right? Roll over, play dead. You know, you're not a dog. Okay. So basically, that's how AI sees everybody in compliance. They want to turn everybody into magnetic, forcing information and everything through a cybergenetic system so they can control your GPS location systems, right? Now, the horticultural levels, when it comes into foods and supplements and all that, they want to put toxic levels in our foods, right? There's a lot of things that they want to do, but it's not going to happen. Nature will not allow it to happen. So for everybody to understand these things, when you wake up, everything you see is different. Everything you hear is different. Everything you taste is different, okay? So knowing this puts you in a better position of who you are through intelligence, because you're waking up to everything through its obedience, okay? So when it goes into the compliance of you and say, well, I have my sovereignty, I have my peace, I know what I'm doing, okay? You're controlling not just the outcome, but just saying, okay, fine. You know what I mean? They're not going to argue with you, right? So there's ways of getting out of these things. There's ways of getting out, okay? And you just truly have to understand how to control everything around you, because they know they can control you. Their power is the fear. That's all they have within the cycle of humanity, okay? Now, it's all about manipulation. When it comes into TV reception, you look at the screen, you're like, it's a magnetic, goes in the transformation. It changes your computer operation system. It changes your brainwave locations. It firewires locations, okay? And it puts more metal face location positions into you, which means it puts you back into the past, right? Because news doesn't always give you the present. They give you the past. Oh, this is what happened yesterday, you know, and today this is happening, right? There was 3 shootings yesterday. So that's going in your program, right? It's rewiring. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got him. So they're watching you as you're watching them. But the thing is too, they're watching you, but you don't understand that until you wake up. And then you realize, well, I'm looking at the eyes of the sky. They're watching me from everything through my phone, everything through data, anything through social media, okay, is controlling you. Okay, so you have to understand, when you get a high-tech phone, okay, this comes to Edward Snowman, right, where he talks about there's 6 different levels of mechanical systems of your phone and how it's being controlled through its system. So it's all about a GPS location, right? So they contact you in all level systems. So you have to understand what's going on, what the government's doing. They're always listening, watching, and hearing. Okay, always. So now you know, right? Everything that's going on. Pharma techs are going down. Everything, anything that's connected to their sovereignty of dark, the way they manipulated humanity is going down. Okay, you have to trust me on these things, because everything that's happening with the rebellion right now, space is a little bit more surfacing right now, and the rebellion is on a different location. But right now, everything through the Reptoid Alliance right now is in full cycle, full circle. So we put a higher mechanism force recognition systems, security line defense, and everything through protections back in location. So the Earth was surfacing on the northwest winds of Canada to its connections. I changed the angles and everything, triangle division. Scientists don't understand these things, why there's a magnetic force field around the Earth, and why is it going to a higher vibration? Well, it's all magnetic, right? It's all connected, right? So it's understanding how to change the electrical system of humanity's system. And this is all done through the fear system. Okay, fear system is nothing but dark. Fear is not light, it's dark. So you're resonating with dark through watching TV. Okay. Try not to watch so much on social media. Okay. Because there's a lot of, it's like 90% dark now, guys, that are coming in, right? 10% are light when it comes into God frequency levels, light activation system. There's a lot of YouTube platforms where they're saying, well, I can open up your mind for a free meditation full and completely. I'm sorry, it can't be done. You have to be awakened through a light, through a God frequency level. And that's why it's so complicated, because a lot of people get skeptical and say, what is a God? What is the formation of a God? Why is God doing this? Okay, so everybody's blaming God, but they're not blaming themselves. You are put in this position. Okay, not God. God is not put in this position. You put yourself in your own positions of your fear. You put your own self in connection when you watch TV. Nobody else does that. You do that. So everybody's got to stop blaming God. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to get across to everybody. This is more of an education video, but it's all about educating yourself and how you can take the fear out of you. Okay, and stop blaming and pointing fingers to this and this and this and this. Okay, why isn't God here? God is here in all ways and forms, right? So this is coming from the higher supreme, okay? These are the people that basically created the universe on top of me through connections. So they're coming to me and they're telling me that, listen, stop blaming other people. Blame yourself. Okay, you are your own deception. You are your own corruption. You are your own lies. Until you see that, you have to be awake. You have to be. And then everything around you will change to the body system. Everything around you through the energy of its activation. Everything around your family. Okay, you know, for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And then you find out your brother is dark. Okay, by his choice, right? But it's not his fault. You understand? That's control. Okay? It's radioactive control. Okay? It's 5 gamma ray activation of magnetic forcing information of control. So everything is control. And then it has compliance, and then it has its obedience, and it has its deception, and then it has manipulation, okay? And then it has its corruption. Okay? So the only thing you're corrupting every day is you. All right? If you get out of that, okay, understand that, and that's what healing does. It changes your pattern recognition of yourself. It changes your optical levels of yourself. It changes your alphabetical system of yourself. It puts everything in the codes of yourself. Okay, so you get into conformity, you get into fruition, and you get into balance of dark, right? Because there's light fruition and there's dark fruition. Okay, so hold on one second. Okay, guys. So it's been 24 minutes. There's a couple things I have to do. Okay, I'm just gonna briefly, let's see, go through your questions very quickly. Grand Rising, Lieutenant, yeah. Another spectacular Saturday going there. Looking forward to it. I can't wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up another video for you guys. Okay, part 2 of this in conclusion, right? So I'll get back to you guys on that, all right? All right, talk to you later. Bye for now.